Oops, I forgot to put on my lip plumper. I need to exfoliate first. Oh yeah, destroy those lips. Oh yeah, that's how you do it. You destroy them lips, babe. A whole new palette. Some dazzling shades I never knew. But when it's way up here, it's crystal clear that I'm gonna share this new palette with you. A whole new palette, that's what I see. A thrilling matte, a shiny shimmer for you and me. Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title and my theme song, we are reviewing the ColourPop Misunderstood palette. But not only that, we are also reviewing the ColourPop Evil Queen Collection set. And I am so excited about this. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that I personally am a ColourPop fan. I stan me some ColourPop. That being the BYOP palettes, like Build Your Own Palette palettes. That being the BFF liners. That being the BFF mascaras. Or even something as simple as the ColourPop So Juicy Plumping Lip Gloss. In my opinion, ColourPop is awesome through and through. Needless to say, it just further solidifies the point I'm trying to make, meaning I love ColourPop just a lot. However, that is not to say that I won't tell you if I don't like something. I have this, I guess, problem, you might say. No, I don't think it's a problem. It's lack thereof a problem. Because I don't really have a filter when it comes to saying what I think, especially when I'm talking to you guys, because it just kind of falls out of my mouth. And you kind of get to see it firsthand happening right in front of you, so it's not like there's any way around it. So if you want to know the piping hot tea and see what I think about the Misunderstood palette and the Evil Queen Collection set, then please keep watching. First of all, let me say this. Thank you so much to the person who sent me these items, both the palette and the collection set. I, unfortunately, did not have the opportunity to purchase the set or this palette myself. This was gifted to me by a follower, and I thank you so much. It means the world to me. You have no idea. Not only because it's ColourPop, that is just like icing on the cake, but just for the fact that you spent your hard-earned money on something for me. And that's really awesome. Just to think about the fact that, you know, you only know me here. You only know what I show you here. And I kind of put myself out there with these videos. You know, I show you who I am, and I don't really know who you are, if that makes sense. So it means a lot to me for someone to just do this, you know? Anyway, my point is, thank you very much. You know who you are. I don't know if I should or shouldn't say any specific names, just in case. For privacy purposes, I'm just gonna say thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Now, I'm gonna get into the palette first. This is the Disney Villains and ColourPop collaboration Misunderstood palette. It is called the Misunderstood palette because it is the Disney Villains. So they're like misunderstood, you know? They're not villains, they're not mean, they're just misunderstood. Which is super cute, and I love that. Now this is specifically the unit carton, and it looks really cool. I of course wanted to get a little bit closer and show you guys exactly what the unit carton looked like. Don't mind my nails, I'm sorry for their staining. I promise I don't have like orange nails. They're just stained from the previous polish I had. But this is what the unit carton looks like. The like printing on it, or I don't know what it's really called. I don't know, beveled, glazed, I don't really know. But anyway, it's super shiny and reflective, and it's got like the embossed parts, and it's so pretty. It's got characteristics of all of the villains, I believe. I think that is Dr. Facilier, and it's Ursula with the seashell, and Maleficent with the three-headed dragon, or well, however many headed dragon. Yeah, but you see, then we flip it over and it has the same thing and all of the shade names on the back. And it has at the bottom all of the ingredients for the palette. Now, I'm gonna take it out. Oh, it has special printing on the inside. That is Cruella de Vil. Oh, wow. Okay, this is exciting. So again, we have the shade names on the back, and the print on the palette is even more beautiful than what the unit carton was. Looks like it's a mirror image actually from one side to the other, and then Maleficent on the bottom, the Evil Queen on the side. I think Ursula is in there in the middle. That's neat. And then the same on the front with the Misunderstood logo in the middle and Disney villains on the top, ColourPop on the bottom. And if we open it, so this is the palette itself. On the top, it has the same thing that was on the unit carton, the reflective, I guess, I don't know, beveling, and then the shades themselves with the, I guess, rainbow holographic background. Really, really awesome. Love that. And the shades are absolutely stunning. Now that you see the shades up close and personal, we are going to go ahead and jump into swatching. Before I jump into swatching, I did want to tell you a little bit about the palette first so that you can have a little bit of information about it. As per ColourPop's website, the description for the palette is hashtag Disney villains and ColourPop. Rooting for the good guys is boring. In collaboration with Disney and their infamous villains, we're bringing you the palette to rule them all. Misunderstood. This mixed finish 15-pan eyeshadow palette combines intense mattes, color-shifting duochromes, and rich metallics. Scheme all the ways you'll slay your look. It won't be hard with this palette. And this item is limited edition, so if you like it after this review and you want to get it, jump on it while you can. It's gonna sell like a hotcake. Now the first shade we're working with is called No Spots. And this is a matte pure white. Definitely buildable. The next shade is Mongrels. And it is a metallic pinky ivory. Ooh, wow, that is gorgeous and creamy and perfect. Love that. The next shade is Diablo, and it is a metallic lime. These metallics so far, I know there's only two, but so far are so gorgeous and so creamy. Next shade is called Devious, and it is a matte terracotta. The next shade is called Tragic, and it is a matte soft warm beige. Yep, that is exactly what that is, because a matte soft warm beige starts to disappear on my skin. Then Underworld, which is a metallic bronzy copper. Whoa, wow, that was like instantaneous. The moment I touched my arm, it came off. Could be good or bad, don't know yet. And then Pain and Panic is a metallic mid-tone gold with peachy pink flecks. Those flecks are super pretty. You might not be able to see it yet, but I'll show you up close in a minute. And then we have Forest of Thorns, which is a metallic orchid. Oh, wow. Ooh, I love that. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Now we have the shade Flotsam, and it's a metallic baby pink with blue glitter specks. This is one of those perfect shades to wear with like a simple everyday nude look, and then it'll look like you have a peachy nude on, and then you turn the right direction, then boom, there's this flash of blue. I love that. Colors like that, I love. And then we have The Fates, which is a matte deep blue. Wow, that was a lot more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. Just because it was matte, I was kind of expecting it to be just not quite as pigmented and not quite as much payoff, but it was. And now we have Revenge. This is a matte charcoal gray with silver glitter. Oh, yes it is. That is exactly what it is. Ooh. Next is the shade Sing, and it's a metallic dark brown with hot pink to gold duochrome flip. Ooh, that is so like dark and grungy, but gorgeous at the same time. It looks purple on my monitor, but it's not. It looks purple from here anyway. On my arm it looks, well, like brown maybe. Wow, that's really cool. And the next shade is Jetsam, and this is a metallic denim blue with a teal duochrome flip. Wow, I like that one quite a bit. Ugh, so many of these are so good. Okay, the next shade is Facile, and it is a metallic rich olive green with gold flecks. Ooh, Now the last shade isn't nearly as exciting as all of the other ones, but it is 101 or 101, and it is a matte black. I mean, I guess a matte black is always exciting in a palette, but it's a matte black, you know? It's just a matte black. Nice. And of course I'm going to insert photos of the swatches. The first photo is going to be the photo of the swatches without flash here. And then the next photo is going to be the photo of the swatches with flash here. You guys know that I just love to be extra, so I thought I would also go ahead and upload a video of the swatches up close with the flash on and with my hand moving. Might as well, let's be thorough. Now, I've just got to say, I've got to just give kind of a little quick disclaimer here that I've had multiple relationships with multiple palettes. And I don't know if I've met a palette quite like this one. We may be together for a while because those were really pretty swatches. If this palette performs like it swatches, I'm going to love this palette. I can tell you now, because those metallic shades that I swatched just now on my arm that are no longer there were beautiful, and I like them a lot. So let's get into this look. I am simply going to start out by priming my lids with my MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. I just gotta say too, I'm proud of myself because I have been putting down some paint pot. I've been going through it. I don't know why I said through it like that. Through it. Starting out with my Morphe R35 brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Tragic and just set my base with that. We've got a tiny bit of kickback in the pan, but nothing major. Nothing I can't handle. And I'm just gonna apply a kind of light dusting everywhere just to make sure I don't end up creasing. And that is the finished look. I cannot believe that shadow performed the way it did. Look at how set my eye base is. Just kidding. One thing I am noticing about this palette now that I'm like really looking at it is that there are 5 mattes only. If you work with like wearable nude looks daily, you might have some difficulties with this palette. Only if you want a variation though. That's where you would have difficulties. Because the problem I see here is that you have 2 like tan shades. So if you are lighter complected, like in the light to tan to medium range, you have probably these 2 shades to work with as your setting shade or like your crease shade, and then maybe to deepen up the crease you have this one if you want to go warmer, or you could probably use a little bit of blue if you wanted to like really go there, but that's not really that wearable again. So technically you have white, tan, and terracotta to be able to use as your base, and then anything else is going to be a shimmer, so technically you would use on the lid. So really your base, your crease shades are going to have to be just about the same for every look with this palette, unless you change it up and use a blue, or if you go in with black. But even if you go in with black, you're still going to have to choose either a terracotta crease or a blue crease. It's really kind of the only options you have, unless you lightened it with white, but no. Now, if you were to use shimmer shades or metallic shades in your crease, then you would definitely be able to get more use out of it that way. I, however, will not be doing that today because I don't do that. I don't even know if I could bring myself to do that. Maybe in an emergency if I had to, but I don't want to. So now that my base is set with the shade Tragic, I think I want to stay away from the wearable per se look. So let's go kind of outside the box. And I'm going to go in with the shade The Fates on my Morphe M330 brush. And I'm just going to start packing that all along my crease line. And what I'm doing first with this shade is I'm kind of just packing it down on the main area that I want, where I want it to be the most pigmented, so I can kind of get the general shape that I like. And then I'm gonna go in and blend it out. I don't know if I'm gonna blend it out with a color yet, or if I'm just gonna blend it out? Don't know, we'll find out. My main priority at the moment is pigmentation. Just building up until I get the level of concentrated blue that I really want, which is pretty much what's in the pan. I want it to look like the blue that's in the pan. So a deep, deep matte blue. Like that, the shade it just got to. Okay, I think I have finally reached the desired amount of blue that I'd like, and I took it out a little bit farther because I thought, villain, go big or go home. You know, why not? Thought I might play a little mischievous with the look. Now, I don't really have another shade specifically to blend this out with, so I'm just gonna take a clean blending brush, the Morphe M330. Wait, oh, the other Morphe M330, but it's just a clean brush. And blend out these edges. Try to make them as smooth as possible, just so this edge isn't so crisp, I guess. I want to make my nice clean edge not be a nice clean edge. Okay, so I don't really know what happened. I kind of got lost in my own thoughts, if you will, and maybe like imagination, if you will, and things kept happening and things kept progressing, and then we ended here. This is where I ended with blue. It's bigger than what I originally intended, but that's that. That's there, and that's done. And we're gonna move on. Now, yes, we're gonna move on. Now just to see what happens, I'm gonna take the shade 101, which is the matte black shade on a Morphe M433 crease blending brush, and I'm gonna pack that just on the outer corner. Kind of deepen up just this area here even more than that deep blue that's there. Okay, now that is the black. I really like how that looks. It deepened it up just enough to be deeper, and that's it. It didn't take away that blue on the outer edge. This is very interesting. This is different, by the way. In case this is your first video that you've ever seen from me, this is new for me. I've never done an elongated pointy look. That's a professional term, in case you weren't aware. It's a new thing. See, I figured that I'm gonna be trying the wearable looks frequently outside of this video, so I wanted to try the not so wearable look in this video and see just kind of how colors and shades perform with their blending and their moving and their maneuverability and so on and so forth, as you may see currently. But now I'm running out of shades again. So I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go in with Forest of Thorns. I'm not gonna spray the brush or anything. I'm just gonna start packing that on my lid and see what happens. And of course we may end up, okay, for not spraying the brush, that was pretty good. I was about to say we may end up needing to spray the brush, but I'm not so sure we will, because that looks like that's gonna build up quite nicely. Now I did put some powder down under my eyes, just in case there was a little too much fallout. I figured since I was about to start going in with shimmers that I might want to. Just want to let you guys know that. And I'm gonna try and take this all the way from my inner corner to my outer corner and just cover my whole lid with this shade. Okay, now that all of the purple is applied, which by the way is stunning. I didn't have to use any spray, any setting spray at all on the brush. I didn't have to use my finger. All I did was take the brush into the palette onto my eye. And that's the kind of payoff I get. It is literally perfect. Anyway, I digress. Now that that is perfect, I am going to take the shade Revenge, which is the black with silver glitter in it, on my Morphe M124 flat packing brush. And I want to put that on the outer V of my lid, pretty much right where the matte black is on my outer crease, just to kind of follow that dimension that it has, but give it a shimmery version of dimension instead. Okay, now the outer V is filled in with the black. Now I'm gonna use this Morphe brush that has no name and I still don't know the even equivalent of it. If you wanna know what brush this actually is, then leave me a comment down below and let me know that you wanna know what it is, and then I'll look for it for you. If you don't, I won't. But it's kind of like a brow bone highlight brush, but very flat and very long. You can almost use it to do detail concealer with. Anyway, I'm gonna use it for the shade Flotsam, which is the pinky shade, but it has the blue pieces of glitter in it. I thought it would be really nice on the inner corner. Since it has that blue glitter, in some light it would be pink to go with the purple, and then in some light it would be blue glitter to go with the blue. Now with this shade, And it's probably because I'm putting it on top of another shimmer, and the shimmer's packed pretty deep onto my lid, but it's more so turning into, I don't know, I guess more of like a white than anything. I can't really see that pinky peachy tone through it. It looks more just like a white blue glitter, I guess. It's still pretty, it's just not exactly the color in the pan anymore. But you can still see that it's still going on as a light shimmery shade. I guess I just had something else in mind whenever I planned on putting it in my inner corner. This time, just to see what happens, I am gonna take a little bit of my MAC Fix Plus and spray my brush and go back into the same shade. Since it's not exactly how I thought it was going to look, maybe this will make it the way that I thought it was gonna look, or maybe it won't. Maybe I'm just crazy and it was never gonna look like what I thought it was gonna look like. Okay, yeah, I may still be crazy, but spraying the brush did get it to exactly what I wanted it to look like. It just gave me that lightness that I wasn't getting. That just lets me know that if I stack shimmers from this palette, that I need to wet the brush for the second shimmer, but not necessarily the first. So definitely amazing for shimmer shades, because most of the time you can't even get the first one to work right without having to spray the brush. So I feel like I have a blue galaxy on my eye, and I'm literally living for it. Now that I do have a blue galaxy on my eye, I'm going to try to duplicate this right here on this eye. Once I do that, I will be right back. Don't ask me how I got to this point. I'm truly not exactly sure. I just started to go bold on the other side, and I noticed that it wasn't matching up quite right with the other side, so I made the other side bigger. Then I had to make the other side bigger to match that, and I just kept going back and forth over and over again, and it ended up being this big. So the main thing I have to say about this is YOLO. You only live once, so live your best life. Do it the best you can, the biggest you can. And that's what we have here, is me not using the everyday nude colors that I'm gonna be using from this palette every other day. And that's what we have. So, the next color that I'm gonna be using is No Spots, the matte white shade, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone on both sides. I'm gonna be doing this with a Morphe M416 brow bone highlight brush. And guys, seriously, I know this isn't like obviously the most wearable look. This isn't something that you're gonna pull out of your tutorial book and throw on before class or throw on before work. It's obviously not a look like that. But in all honesty, this has been so much fun. Just playing with this palette and experimenting with the shadows and colors and just toying with everything. It's been rather exhilarating. And just because, I'm gonna go ahead and take the white all the way around and bring it closer to the inner corner of my eye. You know, I actually almost feel like I'm going for a drag look. I really didn't anticipate it or try to do it, but that's kind of what's happening. Okay, and that is my drag transformation video. Just kidding. But I do believe that that actually is the end of the eyeshadow look. The last thing I want to do is go in with some white eyeliner in the waterline and some mascara on my lashes. And once I do that, I'll be right back. Okay, I figured why not go all the way there and put on some bold lashes for this big, bold look. Oh, I didn't think about the fact that my hair was blue, so it matches my hair too. Hey, look at that, and I rhymed. This is getting better and better. Okay, so one thing that I did not think about before like really getting into this look was the fact that I'm gonna be reviewing the Villains ColourPop Evil Queen collection set. I don't know how Evil Queen this look is specifically. Maybe this is a little more, I don't know, is this more Maleficent? It's not purple. Is this Ursula? I'm not even sure who I am right now, but I do feel like an evil queen. I feel like a glammed diva drag evil queen. Moving on, speaking of the ColourPop Evil Queen collection set, we are gonna go ahead and open this up and see what the contents are. If I didn't let you know already, the ColourPop Villains palette retails for $22 currently. But don't forget, it's only available for a limited time. So if it's not available whenever you're watching this video, I'm so sorry. And I'm really sad that you missed out. And I'm really sad that I almost missed out, but I didn't. Now, for the collection set. First of all, let's talk about this packaging yet again. This neon stuff is just super cool. It looks like literally a neon gas-filled light. and that's awesome. I wonder how they came up with that, or what made them think of that, or why even. Because personally, when I think Disney villain designs, I don't think neon myself, but everybody's different. Okay, so this is the Evil Queen collection set up close and personal with the packaging. Like I said, it has the neon, like gas lights essentially. And then on the back, we have Evil Queen collector set containing Evil Queen Luxe Lipstick, Fairest of All Ultra Shock Highlighter, and Bad Apple Ultra Glossy Lip. And the packaging has the skulls from the skull bubbles from the poison apple whenever the Evil Queen is putting the spell on the poison apple in Snow White. And then you have the poison apple itself, obviously. The same print is found all the way around. And then if we open the little booklet that it comes in, you can actually see the contents, in which we have the highlighter, the lipstick, and the ultra glossy lip. Ooh, I'm so excited. All right, so in here we have the highlighter, which the only ColourPop highlighters I've tried are the highlighters that I have in my Build Your Own palette, which they are powder, I'm pretty sure, and they're just single pans, like they're not actually part of a container like this. At least it comes in a really cute unit carton, so I do not mind carrying this with me everywhere I go. Now this collection retails for $25. That gets you the highlighter, the lipstick, and the lip gloss. I've also tried ColourPop's Ultra Glossy Lip. I have actually a couple, but I have not tried the Luxe lipsticks before, so this will be a new formula for me. Now I'm gonna start by going into the Evil Queen Fairest of All Super Shock Highlighter. It feels like a powder to me, so I am familiar with this formula, I think. Oh, wow. Ooh, that is so creamy. That's like butter. I can tell you right now that this highlighter and probably this lipstick is not going to go along with this blue look, but we're gonna go there anyway. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna use my JS4 highlighter brush and go ahead and just go in. Now I did have a little bit of highlighter on earlier, but luckily I've powdered so much that you can't really see it anymore. That is beautiful. It's not quite as blinding as I assumed it was gonna be for the very first swipe, but I'm sure we can get there. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got there. That's a really beautiful gold color. This highlighter color is gonna go perfect with the look I have planned for tomorrow at school. See, tomorrow I plan to do like just more of like a cool brown look, but I wanna pat on some Pain and Panic, the pure gold looking shade there. So this gold highlight is gonna be perfect with that. It's actually not bad with the current look either. For the current eye look, I probably would have picked like a white toned highlighter or even a blue toned highlighter rather than a gold, but it's not bad. It's just not what I would have gone for. But that's okay, because you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Okay, I'm gonna put some on my nose. Ooh, oh. Applying this with the finger is so much better. Just so everyone knows, in case you were wondering. All right, now that the highlighter is applied, it's time to go in with the Villain's Evil Queen Matte Lipstick. This, I guess, is just in the shade Evil Queen. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have like a deep red. And it's cool because it has the name Villains imprinted on the side of it, like melted into it. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Oh wow, that is a lot more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. Ooh, but that looks good with this look. Typically, I don't pair bold with bold, but we're doing that today because we are a villain. Villains do that. You know, this does kind of feel like Ursula vibes. I feel like these are Ursula eyes, and if I leave the lip like this with it like bigger in the middle, do we feel more Ursula? I feel more Hocus Pocus. Or like the Evil Queen, like on Alice in Wonderland, Evil Queen. I can't leave my lipstick like this. I have to finish this off. Okay, this is one of those reds that you better be ready for a red. Like a red. Also, this is one of those lipsticks that literally where you touch with the lipstick, there's going to be pigment. It had definite, clear, and concise one swipe coverage. It had one tap coverage. It had one bump coverage. So, if you make one like little boop, there's a boop, you know? One boop makes a boop. It's intense. It's very pretty. It is a very nice red. It seems a little more on the blue base side, so it pairs well with the look. It's got that deep evil queen type vibe to it, and it is very classy. It's a sexy lip, it is. Then if we look at the Villains Ultra Glossy Lip, this one is in the shade Bad Apple. Of course it is. And for this one, it actually looks like it has glitter chunks in it, like really fine micas of glitter. So it's gonna add like a whole nother dimension on top of this lip. Okay, that's really frayed on the edges. It's a brush tip applicator and it looks like a palm tree with how frayed it is. So I'm gonna take this tip and put it on my Luxie 160 lip brush instead. So I'm gonna just touch these tips together until all of the stuff at the end of this tip gets all over this tip. That way, whatever's all over this tip, I can put on my lips. Get a nice coat on top of this lipstick. That smells good. I don't know if it's scented, but it smells good. Just the redness of it looks almost just like this lipstick. It's a little deeper probably, but it looks close. Ooh. That's really pretty. I actually can't see the glitter anywhere. All I can see is that it looks like a glossy lip. I thought there would be chunks of glitter. You know, even though it is frayed and destroyed, I am gonna go ahead and take just the applicator from the wand itself and just apply it that way. Maybe it'll have the glitter pieces come off like that. Wow, that brush was like rock hard. I literally had to just like break the stiffness on my lip. Oh wait, now I'm gonna try that again. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the pieces of glitter. Why I couldn't really see it before is because there were so little of the pieces of glitter on the lip, and the glitter pieces are almost the same color as the lipstick, so they kind of disappear in it, so it almost defeats the purpose of putting the gloss on it if you're putting the gloss on for the glitter. If you're putting the gloss on for the effect of a gloss, then you got it, obviously. But I can say that gloss probably would look really good just on top of either like a nude lipstick or your normal lips, because it is that red tint, but it also has the red glitter in it. So it would show up better against something that wasn't the same color as the glitter that's in it, if that makes sense. However, I do really like it on top of this lipstick. It doesn't quite show the glitter as much unless you were like really close, but you can see that it's glossy, and I really like a glossy lip myself because I have no lips and gloss makes my lips look bigger. So I'm okay with that. And that's actually everything. This is the completed final look with every ColourPop product that we got in this Villains Collection order. The highlighter in the Evil Queen collection is very pretty. I really like the gold. I think I'll like it more with a different look, but I still liked it anyway. And it's very pigmented and high shine. So I'm a stan, which I've been a stan of the ColourPop highlighters anyway, so it's no surprise there. The lipstick, for me on an everyday basis, this lipstick isn't really the greatest color just because I don't wear this color very often. This is very specific scenarios for this color of lipstick. I do like this shade of lipstick and I will use it again, but it's gonna have to be for a very simple look on the eyes. But I think this is a really good lipstick to have in your collection, and I think that every collection should have a blue-based red and an orange-based red, and kind of an in the middle red, like just that kind of perfect primary red. I feel like a collection should have all of those in it because they're very important staple colors in my opinion. So this is a very good addition to my collection. The gloss itself, the applicator brush, I really wish it wouldn't have been broken because I do like the applicator brushes. I like to use glosses like this by themselves more than anything else. That's what I do with my current ColourPop Ultra Glossy lips. I like to use them just by themselves. That's probably how I end up using this one more often than than not, but I will end up using this probably quite a bit because I do like these glosses, like I said. I wear glosses more than anything else. So that's the entire Misunderstood collection. I've got to give it a recommend, which I told you what I thought about every product as I was using it essentially and went through it. I was so excited to get this. I obviously didn't pay for it myself as it was gifted to me. Not to say that I wouldn't have paid for it myself. It's just, you know, bills, life, that sort of thing. Either way though, thank you so much again for this amazing gift. And it means more to me than you can ever know, honestly. I really hope that you had fun watching this video, or at least enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and let me know that you did. If you didn't, go ahead and still give me a thumbs up if you want to or you don't want to, so that I can know that you didn't like this video or whatever. Also, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button right down there and the little bell right beside it so that you can be alerted every single time I upload a new video. And if you'd like, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's simply ChristopherJMUA. Also, if you've enjoyed the lipstick on my teeth, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up for that as well. If you gain nothing from any of my videos at all, any of them, no matter how many you've watched, no matter how little you've watched, even if you watched just the last 10 seconds of this one, I hope you can at least always remember and never forget that you're a beautiful person and I love you. Bye guys.